Hello and welcome to a very special edition of Shadowwalking. This is session 10, and I am currently dying from some kind of horrific outbreak of Vetus or something. Um, with that being said, I'm going to go to eat my ramen while Liam takes back over.
Hello, everybody. I am invigorated with confidence this week. Let's see how long that lasts. We meet our wonderful, wonderful patrons outside of a warehouse. They've killed a man, they've scared two. They've flown a fly spy inside where they are to meet Razor, a higher up with the rusty blades, someone they hope can get them the in they need to steal some murder drug back from their contacts. I don't know where to go from here. So,
Fade in.
Okay.
So the option would be, what do you want to do?
So first things first, we have our group from last session, and we're going to have the supposed to be there last session, Ekir, who is going to roll up just a few minutes late for all the action, so he can be confused and wondering what's going on, along with the rest of you. Fade in.
All right.
It's dark.
Well, the other two guys put their stuff down and they said it's not worth it, right?
Yeah. And then I knocked him out.
So I'm going to pick up this torched body and I'm going to do like I said I was. I'm going to go throw him in the lake.
Cool. While you're doing that, Jurgen's going to go over and pick up his katana and look at it and say, hold on just 1 second. How's that, how's the sheath there looking for this on that guy's back?
Oh, is it there? Is there one on his back?
Yeah. I would
Then
assume that it is charred as the rest of him.
Is it functionally charred, or is it charred and unusable?
How bad do you want this sheath?
Sounds like an edge test.
I know.
This is what I was going for. If you want it really bad, you can roll me some edge.
Aw, nope.
Very charred.
Very charred. All right, so like I pick it up,
him.
it like crumbles apart in my hand. I'm like, never mind. Throw him in the water.
Yeah, he's going in the water.
Sweet.
From inside, you're going to hear some yelling at this point.
All right. In order to preemptively not get shot the hell up, I'm going to pull out that comm that I called Razor on last time, and I'm going to dial his number.
What the hell do you want?
Well, I'm letting you know. I'm coming in. It is not my goal to destroy you. But if your friends in there try to stop me like this moron with the katana did, they're going to end up in the lake as well. I'm going to hang up.
Oh,
Who's the
okay.
real terrorist here?
Who's what?
I said, who's the real terrorist here?
Okay. You're going to hear more yelling inside.
Okay. Tinker. What are they doing in there? You got eyes in there, right?
I don't know. What are they doing in there?
You will notice that the guy that was running towards the door is running back towards the group at the other side of the warehouse. They are grouped together. If you would like more, roll me some perception.
Well, so much for that.
They're in a corner.
So Ike, as you come over the hill, you will notice a pickup truck, a Toyota Gopher that looks very familiar to you, with a machine gun sticking out of the top of it.
It's been a while. Or has it?
2 weeks, I think you said?
2 weeks, I think, yeah. Alright, I'll pull up alongside the guys. What's going on? I assume they have filled me in on the situation already.
Yeah, we probably would have told you while you were coming in.
Alright. So we knocking on the front door, or are we kicking it down?
A little bit of both.
Yeah. In a minute, I'm going to open the door. I was just wanting to see what they were doing.
And I would patch you over that feed from the Fly Spy of the Inside.
Can't really see too much on this. Well, I'm going to open the door. Unless you guys got something else that you want to, actually, you know what? Jurgen.
What's up?
Since, they can't exactly watch us.
Yeah.
Why don't you pop invisible?
Okay, I can do that.
Then I'll open the door, and I'll bellow what we need to bellow. I'm coming in, and I'll start going in.
Okay.
A minute or two after I do, you can slip right in. I'll try to keep their attention, so you can get into position or do whatever you got to do.
Okay.
Tinker, can those bullets go through the walls of this warehouse?
Depends on if they got it reinforced with anything. Maybe.
Maybe check on the other side of the warehouse. The one that'd be closer to wherever they are, give you a better opportunity or probability of punching through that wall. I mean, just thoughts, because I'd hate for you to be without your baby for so long.
I actually have a structural engineering knowledge skill.
Roll me some stuff. That is applicable.
There you go.
Structural engineering. 4 hits. That's pretty good. A place like this is it's built for housing things of normal variety. It has I would say a sheet metal side, reinforced with every so often struts of I-beams. It keeps burglars out. It's not thick, like sheet metal thick. You could probably punch through it with a bullet with very little difficulty.
So I'll kind of pass that along a bit. It's not exactly super reinforced, but...
Think you could do it if push comes to shove?
Probably.
I don't know. You want to get into position then, and either on the side or on the back, and just let me know beforehand, and I'll jump out the way. Or
I'll wheel the truck around and get it into air quotes position. Yeah, I'll just get it in a position across from the giant rolly doors.
Okay. I'm not in a moving things mood today, so. You were in position?
Hooray. It's on you guys.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, Tara.
You.
Do you have to forgive me because I don't know exactly how you do the way you do. You have can you get to their comm links? Maybe jam them, or if the need arises. I'm trying to give us as much leverage as possible here. I know you still got that You still working with that Doberman by chance, or?
Okay, that come here. No issue.
All right. Ike, welcome. Better late than never.
I'm following you guys in. Not
yeah.
exactly heavy, so
Are you armed?
I am armed with my silver gun. I brought a few, presume since I was informed on the way that I brought some grenades with me. I think flashbangs might be useful here.
Sweet.
Ooh, I love that.
Oh,
So-
God.
Time to go knock on a door then.
So as I understand it, based on this beautiful drawing here, we're entering through the south entrance and heading into the inner room through the middle. It's where it's holed up at the moment.
Yeah, so bottom right of the drawing, that's the south entrance near the water. And then the other larger door that's got the two, looks like two pylons drawn on the outside. That's like the loading ramp for where the truck's set up.
Excellent. So do we want to post up there and
Well, that's
flashbang
where-
entry?
Well, that's where the truck is right now.
Okay.
So that if we need to, we now have artillery to punch through the wall and get them at an angle completely surprised. I'm not trying to shoot all these clowns up. I'm just not feeling getting blown up a whole bunch or shot at a whole bunch. So if we can talk our way through it to this guy Razor, then, I'd rather do that.
Fair enough.
Our bottom line goal is to get the murder drug and possibly get them to stop going to this battle on the barge thing.
All right. I guess our best option is to approach without weapons drawn for the moment. I think they're a lot more
Yeah,
like
for the moment, yeah. Just for the moment.
just for the moment.
So, I mean, we got a huge nuclear weapon going in invisible. So, I mean, we don't know we have a general snapshot of what's on the inside right now. But
Right.
I mean, things can change once we actually open the door. So, without further ado, I'm going to open the door. I'm going to use just one hand, kind of push it open, give it a second to find out if it gets filled full of lead.
It does not.
And then I'll walk in and take a look around.
It's a warehouse. You'll see 3 high, shelving, industrial shelving units. Scattered across them is going to be a couple wooden crates and things like that. In the distance between all of the everything, you can see the side of the office area. And right next to the door for it, you're going to see a group of people with large guns kind of pointing them roughly in your direction.
Okay, so then they're more the 3 AK-98 guys are more like over in this area?
Yeah.
All right. Walk in and I'll try to, I'm going to make noise so they can see me and hear me, hopefully keep their attention on me, vice Jurgen.
Yeah.
And I'll start, moving over.
Akir's going to follow him behind him. Can I roll a visual perception test to see if there's anybody hiding behind cover? Anybody we didn't see initially?
Yeah. Go for it.
Or maybe anybody that seems out of place. Oops.
Feel free to roll.
Oops. Forgot.
You're
still
fine.
pretty good.
That's 5 hits. That's
That's
Okay.
5 hits with no glitches. I like that previous one first.
I don't know. The second one was me.
Yeah, I see that. Like I said, I like the previous one first.
So you don't see anybody that has not already been accounted for. There is 2 humans. They're going to be in the pinged corner as I ping, kind of next to each other. You'll see that they are carrying, I think I said it was a knife and a pistol. And then the other 3 people are going to be there. Nothing else really going on. Everybody looks like they should be there. It's a bunch of gangers doing like gang bodyguarding or higher up. They're annoyed. Yeah. So one of the guys with the AK is going to look at Grog, and he's going to be like, hands up.
You can see my hands. I'm not putting them up like a clown. You know how much I weigh? That's a lot of weight to hold up while you get any kind of common sense.
Yeah. Come here, slowly, so we can see you.
That's why I'm standing here like this, taking my time, not running at you, putting you through a wall maybe. I'll gently or slowly pace, trying to make sure that they don't get on edge. I'll make enough of a show of it so that I know for a fact that these guys are eyes on me.
Mm-hmm. They are.
And less so worried about Jurgen and Ike behind me.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the 3 guys that are over in the corner near the back office room, right?
Yeah, right.
Right there. And then the guy with the arrow on him, that's are both those other 2 guys up here where that guy with the arrow is?
Yeah. They're both just like move. Son of a... No, they should both be like in this back corner right here.
Oh, they're both in the back corner.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sorry.
So they're fully across the warehouse from us. And then, Grog,
Yeah.
Are you walking straight from the door to that back corner? Or are you walking to the 3-man corner?
I am more. I'm going to walk in a general area towards them, but I'm going more towards the. I'm leaning more towards this office door on the right hand side because I presume that's where Razor is.
Okay.
And yeah, I'd rather make sure I know about that. I'm going to try to stay as far south of where I believe the truck is.
Okay.
Just because I don't want to accidentally get shot.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Yeah. So Grog's gone in, and you're going to sneak it around.
I'll move in behind. I'm going to go into the warehouse behind him. I'm going to go over to this southwest corner. If we're saying top of the map is north, and then the water's edge is east, then I'm going to be moving down towards that area.
All right. And our other dwarf is over here, and that leaves next one, Tara. At this moment, what are you doing?
Oh, well, sheesh.
You're in the dumpster still, correct?
Well,
last I checked, I thought he was still jacked into that Doberman.
I was about to say, he left his body there, but he's definitely the Doberman right now.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
The disarming Doberman.
Oh, it's just a small tracked vehicle with a gun on top. It's totally normal.
It's completely harmless. Just ignore it.
I'm just gonna scoot.
Might as well not be there.
Ignore my gunnery dice. I'm just gonna scoot into position and get ready to hack. I guess the matrix receive for icons.
Okay. What do you see? I'm gonna be super bad at this.
No, you're learning, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Page
It's
235
totally okay.
is the types of things that he can ask.
235.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yep. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, it is your job. Okay. Oh, that's That's pretty good. Spotting.
He also automatically spots any icon that is not running silent just by, like,
By it
looking.
being on.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means his matrix. Okay, so matrix perception. If he has higher than its device rating, he sees it.
So if it is running silent to avoid being spotted, it would be its logic plus sleaze rolled as basically as a sneaking test.
Okay. Now I gotta play a game. Off the top of your head, do AK-98s come equipped with smart gun in them?
No, I don't think so.
No. Okay. So you'll see a couple comm links. You're gonna see a couple comm links in the area. You might. No, just comm links, as far as I can tell.
Huh.
Just comm links.
If they have any
Anything running silent?
wireless running cyberware or their guns.
I mean, you're gonna see the 98s, but I don't know if they would be on wireless. If they were on wireless, they would be there. I don't know if there would be anything on them that would be wireless,
Well,
though.
That's the question then. Are these guys smart enough to have wireless on?
I mean, probably not. That's an unrecognized command. Thank you, game. Like, would they? What would? Okay, so things I don't understand. If the gun doesn't have a smart gun system in it, why would it have a matrix icon?
It actually wouldn't at that point. It would just
Okay.
kind of be trashy gun.
It doesn't need to. It could very easily have a like an identifying tag, like I am an AK-98 or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna assume these guys are competent enough not to do that to their guns.
Sure.
So you'll see one smart gun system. I'm just gonna buy you those hits,
Oh no.
and it's gonna be on an AK-98.
What is a slave to?
It's slave to that guy's comlink, which ain't that good. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but it's like device rating 3.
Renraku
I think
Sensei.
which is a sensei, which is what I was thinking.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is the saddest comment. Like, even I can hack this. Okay, guys.
I am channeling all of my anti-matrix power to you right now.
God
too
damn it! Here we go.
overconfident.
Yep. I shouldn't even get confident. I know how I roll.
Hey, Tara, just remember, he never specified who he's challenging that to. So he could be challenging it to you.
Ha!
This is true.
See,
Miracles
he
can
laughs
happen.
because he knows I brought up a point, and he's like, yeah, you didn't think about that, did you?
Okay.
See, I'm all about turning words around, Johnny.
Alright.
It's okay.
So, do you want me to dunk on this comlink or what?
Just get ready to shut it down if we need to.
All right, can you guys
Can
give
you?
me 1 second? I'm not that quick at the draw, but I can get a guy in it right now. He's gonna start compiling. This is gonna hurt. Oh man, cannot wait for FFF.
I mean, you don't even have.
FFF.
It's an echo that gives him a paint editor, basically,
Okay.
Thank you.
like for free, sort of. Well,
You say for free.
if by free you mean 16 karma, but yeah.
Yeah, you know, progression.
Are you hackifying? There it goes.
Okay. And then if he compiles a level 6 sprite, I roll
6 dice.
6 dice. Okay.
Get him. Get him.
I want to live. Let me roll for that fading resist.
So the ×2 is for registering.
Correct.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, only 3 hits. Hopefully this guy rolls. Amazing. Okay, Tracy's done. Ouch. Hey, got a little cyber samurai.
Alt sprite.
Yeah, he's just gonna wait there for a little bit. We'll tend to him in a bit. It's basically the murder sprite.
Yeah, it has
9
wonderful
attack.
things.
Amazing
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, because it's a level. It's a
You
level
don't
6
want
sprite. Okay.
you don't want this guy spiking you. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I have one whole task.
You have one whole task. Wonderful. So, we'll get back to you. I feel like that's a good moving point.
Yeah, he ain't
Okay.
doing nothing right now.
Okay. Ike, what are you doing?
I actually had a question about the setup. This is a warehouse, so I was wondering, check
Yeah.
out the ceiling, see if there's any overhead lifts, any crates maybe hanging from above.
No, no lifts. It's kind of forklift area sort of deal. More than an overhead crane sort of deal. But I mean, there's stuff on top of the shelving units, the industrial shelving units. If you want to climb up there,
All right,
have a shot.
that I might do that. Also, looking for anything that might look explosive in the area.
Okay. Look at that, Bamce. I was a step ahead of you with my inability to say words. Explosive? No,
Okay.
nothing. I mean, it's just crates. Nothing has like the international disco boom if you shoot it. Nothing's
No
painted
red
red.
barrels.
Yeah,
All right.
just wooden boxes. I mean, wooden boxes could have something explosive in them.
Fair
I
enough.
wouldn't push that, but
What about the guys themselves? Are they carrying grenades for their grenade launchers?
I mean, there could be a grenade in the grenade launcher. They're not wearing bandoliers like 1980s action movie heroes, but there could be one in the gun.
Okay.
All right. I think you're posted up by the door. I'm gonna let Grog do his thing.
Okay.
It seems
Grab
like he's
this thing.
taking the lead in these negotiations.
Yeah. Yeah. He has
Okay.
drive.
So I will get a comfortable distance to them. I'm obviously not going to be running right up to them, and I'm going to stop. I'll cross my hands in front of me, and I'll ask for Razor.
And at this point, they'll look at you. They'll look you up and down, each one at a time. Then they're going to start looking around the warehouse. So Ike, when you posted up by the door, were you posting like inside the door or outside the door?
Inside so they can see me, but
Okay.
I'm gonna try and sneak around, maybe get towards some of the shelving units in the back and get a vantage point.
Okay, and
Sorry, that was a sneaking roll. I should have specified.
I was going to say, wait a minute, you're going in so they can see you, but then you're going to try to sneak.
I'm trying to sneak to the inside.
they want you to.
If
I
nothing
think,
else, have him
it's,
do that while I was walking up,
yeah.
Not drawing any attention to myself.
while
Grog's
I
in front.
have their attention. 'Cause I am
Exactly.
drawing attention.
Um,
I'm big, ugly, and burly troll guy. Come on now. Everybody loves to see me. Especially with guns.
But is the troll actually ugly?
Oh, yes, he is.
Okay. One of the guys is going to point over to where Ike is.
I can
you
do
can
that.
do that. I like what Bamce did because he's
I
smarter than
can
me.
do that.
Yeah, give me an intimidation, and we'll see if it can buy a couple extra hits for Ike.
It's just one of those things. Like, it is. I like to try and drag people into it, since he's like, you know what, I'm going to be big, imposing troll man. It's like, all right, well, roll to be big, imposing troll man. See how well you pull that off.
Yeah. Good idea. I'm feeling it.
It also forces the big, stupid troll meat shieldy guy to roll social skills.
I mean, he's very good at this particular social skill, though. So that would be 3 extra.
So he got
okay. He gets 3 extra dice. He gets the extra dice on the teamwork up until the recipient's skill that is being boosted.
Correct.
So roll me 3 more dice, Ike, as an addendum to your 13 dice. See if you can get that extra hit.
Come on, Ike, get 2 extra hits.
Ouch.
Oh,
Lame.
that is super lame. That
So
makes
I just
this more
kinda
fun.
look like a fool walking through the room.
I mean-
crouched down.
He's just like Kronk, just sneaking around making
Yeah,
his own theme
sneaking.
music.
Little theme music.
Exactly what I was going for with this
I
character.
love that.
That's awesome.
I love that. It's like Kronk.
So
Pull
2 of
the
them are
lever.
gonna
Poor Kronk.
look at the troll. They're gonna look at Greg and they're gonna be like, I'm a bit scared and a little bit worried because they did hear a struggle going on outside, and you're just walking in like nobody's business. So they're kind of scared of you. The third guy's gonna see Ike out the corner of his eye, though. He's gonna point him out and be like, "Hey, you're supposed to be here alone."
Oh, we're going to go back to the basic English and listening skills, aren't we? I said no. You're okay. Here, let me put this into terms that even you can understand. If I were to tell you to come alone to a warehouse district where you can possibly be, I don't know, murdered and thrown in the lake, would you?
Subtle.
I mean, really, would you?
I mean, I wouldn't make those deals in the first place.
Well, and that's why you're down here as a ganger and a henchman and a thug and a all-around goober. I've
Well,
already
so-
taken Mr. Katana Boy and thrown him in the lake.
Steve?
If that's what you want to call him. Had a pretty katana. Now he knows how to swim. He's currently going for the world record of holding his breath. I told Razor, no, I'm not coming alone. I'm not stupid. Can I talk to Razor now? Or are you going to stop me like Katana Boy did?
You can feel free to roll that intimidation again.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, throw yourself +2. You're large, and he liked Steve, and you have made insinuations that won't make him feel good.
Okay, so now I'm wanting to pre-edge this.
That means you add your edge to your dice pool, and you get to break your limit on your social limit.
Okay, so I add 2 edge to that, right?
Yeah, so you
Because that's my edge. And then do I make this exploding? Okay, there we go.
yeah.
Thank you, Bamce.
It does lots of good.
What the shit?
Huh.
Huh.
Yep.
I'm gonna be very honest as a game master. I wasn't expecting that at all.
You know what?
Yep.
And
Now, since I did that, I can't use my edge to re-roll that, can I?
nope.
No.
Correct.
Yeah, didn't think so.
The beauty of pre-edging.
It's the beauty of roll 20. Fucking idiots.
Oh, so he's gonna look at you, and he's gonna kind of steal up when he thinks about Steve. Him and Steve obviously had a thing going on.
Oh,
The other people
Aw.
didn't know about.
they're special friends.
Which one's
So-
talking?
That's the one on the left. It's gonna be the let's go with the orc.
No.
There was an orc, a troll, and an elf, I think I said. So let's go with the orc.
Orc, troll, elf. Okay.
With the AKs. I believe that's what I said. It was like 3 meta types. It might have
Sure.
been. I want to say it was the two big murder types in Elf. So this is going to be the orc. He's going to steal up and he's going to kind of like shrug his shoulders and kind of start bringing that gun up more to Greg's chest level and be like, I'm going to let you go in and talk to Razor, but your friend's going to be out here with me, right next to me. All right? This is the deal what we're going to make right now.
I don't know if you really want him right next to you. But how about this? How about he stays where you can see him?
All right.
Because do you want to put an unidentified threat right next to you?
I can't miss if my gun's to his head.
You can't miss if you're dead either.
He's going to point at Ike and he's going to go, hey, come out here, middle of the room, right now.
I'll subdermal or not or subvocal, not subdermal, subvocal Ike. I'm sorry, I tried. Yeah.
Go
I'm
do
going
your
in
thing.
this office. Tinker, just if shit hits the fan, man, just unload, please.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, sorry.
And yeah, I'll head in.
Do your thing. I'll wait here.
Okay. And then the troll will open the door and port inside. It will be a messy room. There's going to be papers on the ground. And then Razor's going to be kind of leaning outwards, like on the windowsill that overlooks the lake. And he's going to be massive troll. Just pretty
Razor's a
well
massive
dressed
troll.
for a
Ganger.
ganger. You know, not like mafioso level dress, but like a bit of a dress shirt. At some point, it was a dress shirt. And, you know, just pretty well dressed. And he's going to just be leaning out there and he's going to be like, you've caused me a lot of trouble right now. What do you want?
I don't know how I caused you trouble. I told you no. You gave your boys marching orders anyways, saying I would be. And then one of them tries to put a katana into my midsection. I give him credit for guts, but I mean, being a fellow troll, you should know those things don't exactly work with us. Am I right or am I right? I'm not going to let a slight like that go unanswered either. So you're going to have to find a new, I think somebody called him Steve. What
Steve
do
was a
I
good
want?
man.
No, he wasn't. He picked a fight above what he could handle. He saw that there was me and my friend. He picked a fight he didn't. He had no brains. Is that what you're leading into your gang now? I mean,
I like
No,
the
the-
tenacious sorts.
the tenacious sorts. If that's what you want to call it. Okay.
He had drive. Now you, what did you want? Why are we here?
What do we want? Why are we here? So it's come to the attention that the Rusty Blades are making moves, or trying to make moves. Excuse me. Trying to make moves. While I personally have no problem with you trying to make moves, being the individual that supplied you guys with the ability to make these moves, you're not necessarily making the right moves.
And
Is there a chair in here?
there's a tiny human-sized chair on the other side of the desk.
God, he can't even get the right size chairs. And I got a proposition for you. One that I think might steer your little merry band in the right direction. Why do you keep going to this battle on the barge thing you do? Why do you keep doing it?
Because, and he's going to turn around to you at this point, and you're gonna see a massive scar across his face, and just an eye patch over his right eye. He's gonna look you dead in the eye with his one eye. An all-out gang war will kill us. This is how we keep the peace around here. How we can keep our own and they can keep their own.
You keep your own and they keep their own by giving each other money? By bribing the other group?
Yeah, exactly. My boys on the streets. I can't take it if they all get killed because some guy in my organization decided he had a big dick and went on and tried to fight the other 4 sons of bitches out there. This is from before my time. It's before anyone's time. It's how it is.
So,
if you try to start some shit, they're all going to come down on you. And they're all just going to take your people. They're going to take your land. And they're going to take what you had. And you're going to be sitting there, if you're lucky, not bleeding out your skull.
so
That's
you're
why.
showing you're making a show of it. Then you're showing weakness.
Not this year. This year we're showing strength.
This
And
year
if this
you're
goes well
showing
on the
drugs.
barge, this goes well on the barge,
It's not.
it will.
It's not.
Ripsaw's gonna win. And we're gonna show that we're strong. And the next year, we're gonna have enough money to outfit our troops, and maybe we could start something. Maybe.
Subvocal. Tara, can you look up anything you know on this Ripsaw character?
Not as fast as you think.
Never know. And more information I have, if I have a way to seem like we know more than what we're letting on, that's something in our favor. I'm kind of at a loss. Aside from straight out threatening this guy to not go to the damn barge, how do you guys want me to handle this? I mean, really?
You know what? If you could pick him up, shake him, and not hurt him, that would be great.
He's another troll.
Yeah, you can still do that, right?
I probably could.
I believe in you, Grog. Just shake the life out of him. I mean, not the life, but you know what I mean. The fight.
You don't know Ripsaw.
Guys, I'm open to other concepts here.
You know, matrix searches actually take a lot of time. So I'm like, negotiations will be over by the time I get results.
Well, no, can't you just do Google search? See if he's got a rap sheet? I mean, that kind of stuff's available now. It would be available in the future.
I could take a minute out of my time to get like a baby search going.
Yeah. We could abstract it out because at the moment it seems like Grog and him are at a standstill. They could just kind of do a little bit more. Grog saying, get better, and the other guy saying, not right now, if you would like.
I'm just going to Google criminal and see what I get.
You're going to find his face space book page. It's just going to be called Ripsaw.
Oh, God.
It's going to be of this super flashy orc who's going to have like, just like gold. Goldfist, he's going to have like 2 cyber arms, but they're going to have like at the ends of them, like just blades, just ragged blades. And that's going to be just like his thing showing him off. Like, hey, I have a big dick sort of thing on his picture. And he just looks angry. He posts lots of like just big dick gang things, you know. Rusty blades are the best and stuff like that.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Oh,
But he's like a large orc. Yeah.
it's going to give Grog the TLDR of this. Like, no real dirt, just some fucking guy who really
Okay.
likes to show off.
So he shows off at least. All right. So he's all a lot of talk. Tinker, any suggestions?
We could just kidnap him.
Also works.
Ripsaw, yeah. All right. Ike?
I'm ready to move, but I don't know.
Yeah. Jurgen? You just want to burn the fucker down, don't you?
I can turn this whole motherfucker down.
Sorry, just real quick, because I'm not quite sure on our objective. I know we get a bonus here if the Rusty Blades don't show up to the battle.
Yeah.
But is that what we're trying to dissuade them? Is that our purpose?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much trying to dissuade them, and then that was the kind of the ultimate goal, I guess. But the guy also said he wanted the drug.
The drug's the primary goal. Them not
That's
showing
our
up.
primary goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But if you can convince them not to show up, I think the plan was to try to do that, and then that would help you get the murder drug.
Yeah. So I mean, we kind of got to find the murder drug too, because we're gonna call it what it is, because we know what it is.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, pretty much. It kind of came back and semi-bit us, but okay, so let's see what happens here. So talking back to Razor.
Mm-hmm.
So you mean to tell me that you're going to leave this one fight that dictates the phenomenal cosmic power of the Rusty Blades in one itty-bitty living space on a guy who is going to have to be amped up on a certain substance in order to win, right? That's what I'm understanding.
Ripsaw don't need no help. But the help
right.
he's got's going to be better than anything anyone else could have.
So what happens when you run out of that help? Because I
We
guarantee
find more.
You ain't gonna be able to. You're not gonna
My
be able to. My
boys
boys
got it to me. My boys can get it to me again.
No, they can't.
How do you know that?
Because I do. I know for a fact they are not going to be able to get it to you. They don't even know where it came from. They have a source. And let's just say that the source has been silenced. Now, troll to troll, I'm going to give you a little bit of respect here. More than what I have give some other people. You realize that this stuff is literally going to kill him and you, right? You realize that that was the original use and purpose of the substance that is being imbibed. The drug.
I ain't seen it kill anyone yet.
Yeah.
Anything will kill you if you take too much of it.
Oh,
and I don't believe that you know where this came from.
Oh,
Sounds
really?
like you're making some kind of move. Who you working for, huh?
Oh, let's make
You're working for the sharp doctors? They coming over here trying to find out where we get our drugs so they can lace their freaks up with it. Is that what's going on here?
Who are those guys? Do I need to go talk to them instead to get anywhere in anything? Sharp doc. Hold on a second. I'm going to make a show of, making a comm. Hey, get me any information you can on shark doctors. I need to get a contact, a point of reference, somebody to, maybe point me in the right direction since this guy isn't giving me what I need. And I'll end the comm call. Anything else you want to tell me? Am I making a move? Yeah, I want to make a move.
What kind of move?
Guess what? If a move is what's going to be needed. My first move, if things don't go the way that I'm going to need to do, is to burn this entire warehouse down with everyone in it. Myself included if need be.
You know what that sounds like to me?
Intimidation?
That sounds like more intimidation.
I like how Grog has become our face.
He's the murder face.
It kind of scares me that that's what that is.
I mean, facing goes in like three steps. There's the asking nicely and the negotiation. There's the asking meanly and the intimidation, and then there's the I'm just taking it when you punch them.
Yeah, I'm good at part 3. Part 3 is the easiest part.
Let's just take it. Burn it all.
I'm kind of going with the Jurgen mentality here.
Of course, in character, it's just ask politely, of course.
Yes, I would dare.
Yeah, you would dare. I'm going to parse this for a second to go back to
Yes, please do.
to Tinker's role, which I just noticed about the sharp doctors.
Sorry,
They
I misheard.
Sharp?
sharp is
I like shark doctors. Can't they be like part shark, part doctor?
I
I
mean,
think that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, just
It'd
like
be
sure,
shark
sure.
toad mages.
Just kidding, man.
so the sharp doctors, they like needles and they like toxins, and they have a thing for kind of messing around on each other, practicing a little bit of combat medicine, you know. So they kind of look a bit Frankenstein-y with how they go around. They're not they're kind of sadistic. They kind of get into it like little bit too much, you know.
Sure. And I
They're a little
I will slide that information along. It's like, yo, they are some crazy fraggers. They like to practice with giant air quotes on it, like size up to font 18 on a font 11 size text message. Medicine on each other.
Okay. Good. I'll be like, sharp doctors. They like playing with combat medicine. I can see why you'd be worried about them getting your stuff.
Yeah. All right. Let's work something out. I don't want to be burned down in this place right now, though.
Well, you're doing the right thing. First off, is you're talking to me instead of trying to be like Steve. Don't be a Steve. Steve gets burned.
Oh, poor Steve.
I'm gonna coin that phrase. I swear.
Don't be a Steve.
Here's my proposition for you. You want to go and win this battle on the barge because you are tired of paying money to it. You're tired of seeing your money go to somebody else so that you lose that funding, basically. Am I right?
Yeah.
So if you were able to keep that funding instead of, losing it, that would help you out, correct?
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you what. You give me this miracle drug that you have. Call it a community service, because that's what my real interest is here. I don't think you want certain corporations coming around digging for it. And let me go out to the barge. You don't worry about it. You let me go out there with my friends, and we handle some things. We all win. You wouldn't lose. And if I just so happen to, well, let's be honest, when we just so happen to obliterate everything there, money comes in, right? Comes into us, right?
Right.
So I could make sure that you get a portion of what I rake in from this event. Let me spell it out for you. You are specifically in the eyes of corporations who don't like the concept that their merchandise has been released to certain other individuals. Now, you just told me earlier that you care for your gang, you care for your individuals, if you will, and I use that term loosely, that you don't want to see them destroyed because they just got jumped by 4 other gangs. So what do you think's going to happen when a corporation gets their hands on them? What do you think's going to happen? You want this? How do you want this to go? Oh, I'll display all that information that I got from Tinker in VR. I said, pull up your VR. Take a look. This is what I was able to get in just a couple seconds by calling the people I work for.
Do you mean AR, by the way?
AR, yeah. AR, VR, same thing.
Not at all, but okay.
Tara, leave me alone. We'll have a talk later about your decision and guns and my decision in VR. How's that?
Oh, good. Okay.
Come on, this is a win-win. Let me go back helping another troll, at least 2 of them, yourself and the other guy you got hanging out outside.
Tell him because he likes his guys. Tell him he gets to keep 4 of them, and 1 of them does not get to go home. And you're being merciful.
At this point,
What the fuck, Jurgen?
At this very moment, you're going to chalk this up to a 1 loss. 1 guy got crispy. If you don't believe me, have one of the other stoolies you got outside go look in the lake. I'm telling you, he's holding his breath really well. He's crispy, but he's holding his breath really well. You can walk away from this on top.
All right. All right. I'll give you your deal. I'll give you your deal. On 1 condition.
Oh, yeah?
You prove to me right now you can win that fight. You and your people.
So I'm going to burn this thing down anyway.
Hey, I didn't say burn it down. Rules say nobody... Well, you're not supposed to kill people on the barge.
What? What kind of a no-holds-barred fight is that?
We're learning all kinds of new things.
Sounds pretty fair to me.
Of course it sounds fair to the human.
What does my race have to do with, not being a murderer?
Oh, you know what it means.
I don't actually.
Well,
So what am I supposed to prove to
I
you?
can't explain it to you.
It's kind of like a joke. If you got to explain it, it just doesn't work right.
This. And make a surprise test.
Oh,
Surprise
wow.
test.
Yeah.
Reaction int. You win if it's greater than 4 or 3.
I got it at 3.
Wonderful. You get to
Nailed
dodge his attack.